Who do I nominate for the World Hall of Fame? I nominate Marshall Mathers. Wait, hold on. I nominate Slim Shady for the Hall of Fame. No, I nominate Eminem for the World Hall of Fame. You say, why would I nominate someone like this? I nominate him for all the trouble he got through as a child that brought him to be successful and become a hero to all the inner city kids that feel they can't do anything in life. But he showed them you can. The first question I ask you is, what do you think of when I say Eminem? You probably think of that candy, right? No, besides that though. You probably think of that little poser white guy who does all the drugs, cursing, and rapping, right? Yeah, I know it. But you have to look at the whole picture. Not everything in his life that's contributed to the way he is could have been stopped by something that he could control. We start in St. Joseph's, Missouri, where Marshall Bruce Mathers III was born to Deborah Mathers and Marshall Bruce Mathers Jr. His trouble started when, early in his life, probably around 2 months after his birth, his father left the family. Without a father figure, his life really never got on track, and it was just him and his mom. So they struggled for about 12 years trying to survive. After those 12 years, they moved to Warren, Michigan. It's a suburb of southern Detroit. There, Marshall started. He got a record from the Beastie Boys. It's called "Licensed to Ill," which really started getting him interested in hip hop. Marshall was enrolled at Lincoln High School in Warren, but a lot of the times over the weekends and even sometimes like during school, he would skip school to go over to Osborne High School across town to compete in rap battles, which were really his first ever actual rapping he would do. When Marshall was 17 years old, he was kicked out of school for truancy, which is skipping school, skipping classes and everything. And he also got really into drugs and alcohol, which he's since regretted. He's actually been sober since 2005. After that, he started to get his life on track. He's released 13 records, which really, it doesn't sound like a lot, but for an artist, that's so many records. And all of them have been successful as well, which is big. Also in 2008, he was honored when the readers of Vibe magazine voted him the best rapper alive. He's also become, as I said earlier, an idol to inner city kids that feel since the environment they come from, they can't do anything about that. They just feel they're a failure because they're surrounded by all these failures that because they're in the inner city, and they feel like it's just trash and like they're never going to do anything in life. But he's proven to them that you can do something, and he has done so much to try to help them see that. That's most evident in his work with charities. Marshall started the Marshall Mathers Foundation. It's a foundation that helps youth groups and restoring inner cities. And he also donated $10,000 from that foundation to a 6-year-old boy who had to have a kidney transplant. A lot of his work with the Marshall Mathers Foundation goes to the 8 Mile Boulevard Association, which 8 Mile Boulevard is a street in around Warren and Detroit that used to be, because of him, it used to be all worn down and stuff. But now he's been using money from his foundation to help rebuild the 8 Mile Boulevard. He's also designed 8 pairs of Nike Air Max shoes that get auctioned off for charities. Marshall's very famous for dissing celebrities and making crude comments in his songs, as many of you probably know. One of the most evident things were when he was everybody was just, it seemed like, was just dissing him and stuff that he made, because in one of his songs, Criminal, he made a bunch of homophobic, his lyrics were very homophobic, and a lot of people found it insulting. But as Marshall's famous for, he addressed it, and actually ended up, as I'm going to show you here, he played with Elton John, one of his famous songs at the time, Stan. He played at the Grammys with Elton John.
Get this man, Timmy back, the chat, truly yours, your biggest fan, this is Stan. The cheese got
Alright, not everything in Eminem's songs are negative.
Period 2 is over. It is now period 5.
Alright, well, also this is the song When I'm Gone. It's about his daughter, Haley, who in the song, just play it, he's saying how, like, he loves his daughter, but he can't always be there for her. So, not everything he says is negative. He's made some questionable decisions, but he's always made up for it in some fashion and apologized. He's also said he never tries to offend anyone. It's in his songs, they're always for strictly entertainment purposes, and I feel that takes a great deal of responsibility and great character to do something like that. Overall, he's definitely a good person if you look at it, and someone that's able to turn around their life the way he has and become a true role model definitely deserves to be in the World Hall of Fame. He's also not taking anything for granted. He has spent time and money to help kids try to accomplish what he has. I just want to leave you with one last lyric from one of his famous songs, Lose Himself, what I think really sums up his life. You can do anything you set your mind to, man. Thank you.